Okay, so she's based. Let's see what Comrade Kimmel is saying.
Breaking news on Jimmy Kimmel and autism.
That got me off the fucking... Oh, they caught me off guard.
Breaking news on Jimmy Kimmel and autism.
Welcome to YouGopnik Twitch. Do you like Jimmy Kimmel? Do you like autism? Well, I can't even make jokes, man.
Jimmy Kimmel coming back to late night.
If that was a sequel, would it be called The History of Dog Whistles? That's already been done out of its ass. That's been done so many times. This video has literally never been done. Ever. I'm not even kidding. Like, ever. Not to tap myself on the back, but every single thing that I did on the YouGopnik channel is not something that is always an original concept. Always. That's why there's not a lot of them, but I think they're decent. But yeah, that one's going to be weird.
Television.
ABC chose to bring back
Autism announcement. Autism announcement. Can I have, what was it, the SS officer, RFK Jr.? All the autists, please move to the right side of the aisle. I repeat, all the autistic people to the right side of the aisle. We are doing a mandatory autism check. Everyone in chat that is autistic, post the number 3. Post number 3 so that the mods can properly ban you. I'm kidding.
their low rating.
Don't ban mods. Do not ban the autistic people. That would be difficult because mods would have to self-ban in certain cases. That was an experiment, okay? Only Red Phil is autistic because Red Phil posted 2, okay? 3 in reverse. Oh, don't actually tell me. It's okay. I love you.
Time host.
Jenner's like, yes, me, I'm autistic, which is very autistic. So God bless. Only an autistic person will be like, yeah, brother, yeah, what's up? It's so cool. I love it so much. I fucking love it so much.
Jimmy
you guys are a gift to humanity. Everything would be so fucking boring otherwise.
Kimmel and autism.
Jimmy Kimmel coming back to late night television.
ABC chose to bring back their low rating nighttime host.
We are in for a monologue that will be a marker in late night show history.
It's going to be in a moment.
Yeah, no question. A huge moment in American history.
It's one of the most
American establishment looking around. Oh, we're falling out of the limelight. In the next 30 years, we're not going to be the only world power. The economy is taking a fucking dive. Nobody can afford a fucking home. Nobody can afford education. Everyone is in debt. People are becoming more and more radically left-wing and right-wing. What should we do? How about the autists and the trans people? Oh my God. The autists and the trans people. Yes, the autists and the trans people. And we'll put like a Indian Valhalla guy in charge of FBI to hunt down the trans people, and then we'll put a guy that doesn't believe in vaccines to hunt down the autistic people. Yeah, man. Welcome to America. Idiocracy was a documentary, okay? Squeal Pig, they are putting Tylenol in the water. Haben Sie ein Tylenol? Like the future American SS officers walking into your house. Are you hiding Tylenol under the floorboards? Idiocracy was a documentary, I swear to God. Because, like, tell somebody from 2005, yo, in 2025, they will be designating trans people as ideologically radical terrorists and will start a war on autism and Tylenol. Say that to someone from 2005. Say that to someone from 2005. They'd be like, that's a great script for a movie, but that's very unrealistic.
pivotal moments in broadcast history.
He will be delivering what is being dubbed the most anticipated
But it's the more I know.
monologue in late night in years.
Maybe we should
Change?
Yeah.
By the way, I can't believe, but comrade Kimmel, low-key becoming kind of funny. I'm not even kidding. Low-key, I can't believe I'm saying this about a fucking talk show host. But, like, have you seen this? Because this low-key funny. This low-key funny. Wait. Just immediately open Bach and drink this. Literally wearing this. What the fuck? This is not me. This is not me. This does not look like me at all, actually. But what the fuck? What the fuck? That's so strange. Wait. What did I? Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, can you find it, please? Come on, where's the conspiracy one? This one. This. What was it?
What up, believers? It's Jimmy Kimmel. Welcome to the rabbit hole. The hole where I do my own research for you. And today I want to talk about Elon Musk. Yeah! It's a weird name, right? You ever heard of another human?
Check out that like mini series. It's actually funny, which I was as surprised as you are. Anyways, thank you, Squeal Pig. Funny story, my mother was a test subject for Tylenol when she was younger. I got that pure tism. Yeah, got that tizzy. Got that tizzy, bro. Oh, man. I got a homie, he got a tizzy. Yo, bro fucking. Your bro okay, or he got the tizzy? Don't worry. He just got the tizzy. He likes you. How you doing, man? I'm good. I just got a strong case of the tizzy today.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy.
I just had a tizzy moment. Oh, Lord.
Kimmel Live. Tonight, Glenn Powell.
Listen, if this stream is not for you, then God bless you. But we are not, like, threading no fucking lines here, okay? I'm from the Balkans. I don't have to subscribe to your Western sentimentalities, with all due respect, okay? You come into a guy's house, you adapt to his, let's say, cultural proclivities, okay? And here we call motherfuckers tizzies, okay? Motherfucker tizzy. Yo, my bro, a little bit tizzy, if you know what I mean. Like, just be patient, you know?
And music from Sarah McLachlan with Cleto and the Cletones. And now, Jimmy Kimmel.
Comrade Kimmel! Comrade Kimmel! Yeah! That number is Kimmel! You ever seen the money from the Kremlin? Destroys this... By the way, yeah, like, now that America and Russia are beefing again, I don't know if you guys heard the news, but they're beefing again hard. We're going to have Republicans probably calling talk show hosts Russian spies or some shit. Kimmel, yeah, Comrade Kimmel, yeah.
Thank you. Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted, if you're just joining us, we are preempting your regularly scheduled encore episode of Celebrity Family Feud to bring you this special report. I'm happy to be here tonight with you.
Guys, we gotta pretend he's funny now, because he's one of us now. So we gotta pretend he's funny. Do you understand? It's like having a friend. Okay? If they're not your friend, you don't laugh at their joke. If they're friends, you really laugh, like really hard. So now we laugh. He's / our guy /, okay? He single-handedly defeated American fascism. Don't you understand that? So, okay?
It's been overwhelming. Or the CEO of Tylenol. I'm not sure who had a weirder 48 hours, me or the CEO of Tylenol. It's been overwhelming. I've heard from a lot of people over the last 6 days. I've heard from all the people in the world over the last 6 days. Everyone I have ever met has reached out 10 or 11 times. Weird characters from my past are the guy who fired me from my first radio job in Seattle, where we are not airing tonight, by the way. Sorry, Seattle. His name is Larry. In 1989, Larry tried to force me to do a bit called Jokes for Donuts, where people would call in with a joke and I would give them donuts. I refused to do it, and then I made a lot of fun of Larry for suggesting it, and eventually Larry fired me, and I had to move back in with my parents. But even he wrote in to cheer me up. Thank you, Larry, and I want to thank everyone who checked in. It would take all week to list all of them, but some that I do especially want to mention are my fellow late-night talk show hosts, my friend Stephen Colbert, who's found himself in the...
For young people, this is him taking his patrons on YouTube, okay? I know young people don't understand this boomer content. So right now, he's thanking the patrons, you understand? And he's shouting out the top-rated comments from the previous episode, okay? For me to get you this closer to, digital content so that you understand it. Understood? Okay, you understand?
This predicament. My friends Jon Stewart, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, John Oliver.
Okay, I'm not going to watch this whole thing.
Beliefs anyway. People who I never would have imagined, like Ben Shapiro, Clay Travis, Candace Owens, Mitch McConnell, Rand Paul, even my old...
You go, Mariners made the playoffs. I'm so happy. Fuck yeah, I fucking love the Marines. Mariners. Yeah, Mariners!
Pal Ted Cruz, who, believe it or not, said something very beautiful on my behalf.
I hate what Jimmy Kimmel said. I am thrilled that he was fired.
Oh, wait, no, not that. The other part.
But let me tell you, if the government gets in the business of saying, we don't like say what you, the media, have said, we're going to ban you from the airwaves if you don't say what we like, that will end up bad for conservatives.
I don't think
it is bad, and it is exceptionally stupid, even from the conservative standpoint, because I explained this multiple times. In the market economy, where private media is a domineering type of media, there is a much more efficient method of censorship than the classic top-down government says, no, you cannot say this shit, which is called them just adapting to market fluctuations. In the long term, as we enter later and later stages of capitalism, and as more and more people become reactionary and right-wing, what will sell more and more in said market will be what? More and more reactionary media. So simply by following the profit motive, private media conglomerates are motivated long-term to self-censor and will de facto never be against the status quo because they're privately ran capitalist mechanisms. Okay? So a smart reactionary, a smart capitalist government, a smart long-term protector of the capitalist status quo and so on, does not utilize archaic modes of censorship when they already have a very well-developed and proven mode of consent manufacturing, right? When you do see them doing that type of shit, it can be for two reasons. Either they're really stupid and they don't know what they're doing, which, don't get me wrong, so many empires have fallen literally just because of this. But the other option, them seeing that they're losing out on whatever they, for themselves, have defined as the great game, which leads them to start rethinking all previously established, belief systems on how the ship is supposed to be stirred. And when they start doing that stuff, that means they're in panic mode, and they can make a lot of mistakes that allow for their eventual downfall to be sped up. This is not accelerationism. This is just contradictions piling up, right? Because when you see contradictions piling up, you can actually address them. But if you're a reactionary, you cannot. You start changing up all other, modes of governance, and then you end up fucking even more and making the snowball effect bigger and faster and stronger. So yeah, TLDR. Even for conservatives, it's strategically stupid to do top-down censorship because they don't have to. Consent manufacturing inside of private media is already a system put in place, and a system that works really well.
I think I've ever said this before, but Ted Cruz is right. He's absolutely right. This affects all of us, including him. I mean, think about it. If Ted Cruz can't speak freely, then he can't cast spells on the Smurfs. Even though I don't agree with many of those people on most subjects, some of the things they say even make me want to throw up. It takes courage for them to speak out against this administration, and they did, and they deserve credit for it, and thanks. For telling their followers that our government cannot be allowed to control what we do and do not say on television, and that we have to stand up to it. I've been hearing a lot about what I need to say and do tonight, and the truth is, I don't think what I have to say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't...
Is my guy crying?
I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram.
Is he doing meta? Is this a meta joke?
Dave's killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends.
Okay, no, he has to say this shit. Okay, can't believe I'm defending Kimmel. Okay, but he hasn't used the word apology. Okay, let's see if he uses the word sorry.
Friends and family members on the other side who I love and remain close to, even though we don't agree on politics at all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't. Ever. And also selfishly...
Yeah, but he doesn't apologize because there's nothing to apologize for, okay?
I am a person who gets a lot of threats. I get many ugly and scary threats against my life, my wife, my kids, my coworkers because of what I choose to say. And I know those threats don't come from the kind of people on the right who I know and love. So that's what I wanted to say on that subject. But I don't want to make this about me because, and I know this is what people say when they make things about them, but I really don't. This show is not important. What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this. Yeah! I've had the opportunity to meet and spend time with comedians and talk show hosts from countries like Russia, countries in the Middle East, who tell me they would get thrown in prison for making fun of those in power, and worse than being thrown in prison. They know how lucky we are here. Our freedom to speak is what they admire most about this country. And that's something I'm embarrassed to say I took for granted until they pulled my friend Steven off the air and tried to coerce the affiliates who run our show in the cities that you live in to take my show off the air. That's not legal. That's not American. That is un-American, and it is so...
Yeah, definitely not American. Yeah, I still stand with what I said earlier. It is un-American in the sense that it is inefficient. Americans credit where credit is due to the so-called enemy, have devised much more sophisticated methods of self-censorship and the eternal pitch of American exceptionalism to its wider audience, and so on. They have devised much better mechanisms that limit conversations about alternative forms of government, that limit truly quote-unquote revolutionary rhetoric when it comes to the liberation of every social and ethnic category you can think of inside of the country and internationally. They have created a consent manufacturing machine that will almost always immediately stand behind the U.S. whenever it intervenes abroad. Just look at Israel as case and point of the example. You didn't need the United States government cracking down on the American media apparatus when it comes to their immediate support of the Israeli genocide in Palestine, right? The Americans have a much, much more sophisticated propaganda machine than any other place on planet Earth. So from that perspective, yes, Kimmel, that is not America. Them actively trying to, quote-unquote, suppress certain talking heads is not America, but not from the perspective that in America there is no censorship. Just in America, you don't need censorship because everybody's already brainwashed as fuck.
I want you to think about this. Should the government be allowed to...
What's up, Malteser? Everybody give Malteser a follow. Nice to see you, my friend. Is this the equivalent of singing Where is the Love while being stabbed by someone who goes, but still thinks you should not exist just on the basis of race and or sexuality? It is. It is a very good point.
Regulate which podcasts the cell phone companies and Wi-Fi providers are allowed to let you download to make sure they serve the public interest? You think that sounds crazy? No! 10 years ago, this sounded crazy. Brendan Carr, the chairman of the FCC, telling an American company, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, and that these companies can find ways to change conduct and take action on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead, in addition to being a direct violation.
Like don't stop your enemy, quote unquote, when it's making a mistake. The active act, very, very English language speak today. Them actively censoring people from top down is just unveiling, unraveling to the American public of just how much they don't give a shit. So, do it. Fuck it. Do it.
Of the First Amendment.
They're abandoning a model of censorship that was 10 times more successful than what they're trying to do now. So, okay. Okay.
Amendment is not a particularly intelligent threat to make in public. Ted Cruz said he sounded like a mafioso. Although, I don't know, if you want to hear a mob boss make a threat like that, you have to hide a microphone in a deli and park outside in a van with a tape recorder all night long. This genius said it on a podcast. Brendan Carr is the most embarrassing Carr Republicans have embraced since this one. And that's saying something. The FCC has a tradition of meddling where they shouldn't under many administrations, but it wasn't always like this. There was an FCC commissioner back in 2022 who worked under Joe Biden who was spot on. He wrote, President Biden is right. Political satire is one of the oldest and most important forms of free speech. It challenges those in power while using humor to draw more people into the discussion. That's why people in influential positions have always targeted it for censorship. You know who wrote that? FCC.
Do you think they're so stupid to do so, or just think or know that they will never lose power? They're either too stupid or they are seeing power slip through their fingers, so they are reanalyzing the way business was done up until this point. Right? That's what every empire in decline does. They're like, squabbling for like, oh my God, what the fuck? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? So they start new wars. They change the systems of governance domestically. They overreach when it comes to combating political enemies, which then just speeds up their further decline. That's it. This is just them L after L. This is just a massive, massive fumble. Massive fumble. And especially for Charlie Kirk, like they think that people give enough of a shit about Charlie Kirk. No, they don't. It's a massive fumble of the bag. It is genuinely a massive fumble. Which is, as I don't know, insensitive as it sounds, long term might be a good thing because it's going to wake up Americans to the harsh reality of the type of country they live in.
Commissioner Brendan Carr, who later was appointed chairman of the FCC by this former crusader for free speech.
If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then
that's literally the joke. Like the right wingers always steal shit from left wingers, and sometimes they even steal the cringe shit from left wingers. Okay, like at least the Western left has been pretty much lambasted for quote unquote cancel culture for the last 10 years, and now these guys are just taking the mantle off cancel culture instead of us. Potentially allowing us to now point at them and say, what? Okay, sure, we were like, yo, this comedian sucks, but then he got a fucking Netflix special. You guys are literally using the state apparatus to censor motherfuckers. The same way we need to take back like facts over feelings. I know some chatters are tired of me repeating this, but I'm so mind blown that we've lost this to the right wing. Like, are you fucking serious? Literally, an entire ideological movement completely based on feelings, which is the right wing, versus an ideological movement completely based on scientific analysis of the economy, of sociology, of what it is to be a Homo sapien, to be human. And yet we are the feelings group. No, we're not the fucking feelings group. We've never been the fucking feelings group.
the rest of our rights and liberties will topple just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down.
That was also in 2022. And I wonder, how did that guy turn into this guy?
Who would you like to see replace Kimmel on late night?
Well, a lot of people, anybody could replace him. The guy had no talent. Kimmel look, he was fired, he had no talent. He's a whack job, but he had no talent. And more importantly than talent, he had no, because a lot of people have no talent, they get ratings. But he had no ratings.
Well, I do tonight.
Boom shakalaka. There you go. Exactly. This is the point. No, this is a good. Exactly. That's why it's a fumble. That's why it's a fumble. To normies, okay, not politically involved or politically literate people, banning a fucking talk show host is literally 1984 Orwell Animal Farm. Holy shit. So let them. Let them. Just sit on the sidelines when you're seeing the enemy fumble the bag so fucking hard. You'd be like, oh yeah. Yeah, we're so scared. No, don't do that. No, please don't ban the talk show guy. No. What will the left ever do without the talk show guy? No, please, no. Don't ban the other ones. No. But deep inside, we should be thinking, yes. Keep fucking up. Yes. Keep fucking up. Because they're fucking up so much. It's do nothing win. Do nothing win. Sometimes is really praxis. Do nothing win sometimes really is praxis.
You almost have to feel sorry for him. He did his best to cancel me. Instead, he forced millions of people to watch the show. That backfired bigly. He might have to release the Epstein.
Thank you, Seagoy, for continuing the gift sub. That is very kind of you. And a reminder for everybody to pay taxes. Today, 6 very brave Westerners have paid their taxes. I encourage everyone else to do so as well. We've had a bunch of third worlders do that as well. As a reminder, everybody west of Berlin owes me 20 gift subs a week. Every ethnic minority west of Berlin owes me 10. And the rest of the world, the second and the third world, from our beautiful huts in the ground as we dance around fires and eat cockroaches, you owe me 5. Pay your taxes, support the anti-censorship movement, I guess. Thank you, Meow. Thank you, Meow, for paying forward as well. Paying forward is literally the coolest shit anybody can do.
Files to distract us from this now.
Exclamation point tax, is this one okay? We all pay tax for the great state of Yugoslavia. For the great state of Yugopnik. Let's because I'm not representing Yugoslavia. It's disrespectful to Yugoslavia a little bit. Westerners pay 20 gift subs. Eastern Europeans, Mexicans, and Brazilians pay 10 gift subs. No, but you guys really don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. Like, no. I love you so much, Red Phil. Westerners pay 20. Ethnic minorities from the West pay 10. I don't know why Eastern Europeans, Mexicans, and Brazilians pay 5. Eastern Europeans, Mexicans, and Brazilians pay 5. But if you're an American Eastern European or an American Mexican, you pay 10. You understand me? Others pay 5. Yes, developing world pays 5. How many? Like I've explained it a million times. I love you so much. What the fuck, Santi and Natalie? Thank you so much, Natalie.
People have been asking me if there are conditions for my return to the air, and there is one. Disney has asked me to read the following statement, and I agreed to do it. Here we go. To reactivate your Disney Plus and Hulu account, open the.
This is so meta. This is so meta. It's like everything is a service or a product inside of the market economy. It's so impressive. It's so impressive. So there is open censorship of one of the most famous people in the United States of America by the executive branch of the United States of America. And it's the biggest conversation at the moment in the country. And the market system somehow finds a way to turn that into a profit-making equilibrium. So Disney will now make more money because of a political action. Because you can make money out of everything. And that's why you should subscribe. And that's why you should pay your fucking taxes. Westerners, why so quiet? Pay your taxes while you can. I'm going to be censored in the Western Hemisphere soon. So you got to pay taxes now so that I can continue broadcasting through VPN to your countries. Okay? I am risking my neck here. Okay? I'm the Jimmy Kimmel of the left, which implies that I am very unfunny and very mid. It's actually impressive how capital is able to turn everything into a mechanism of profit. Literally everything. It is very impressive. It is very, very impressive.
Disney Plus,
which is capitalism as well. It absolutely is. Dude, yeah. That's why I call it taxes, so I feel a little bit better about myself.
App on your smart TV or TV connected device. I've been fortunate to work at a company that has allowed me to do the show the way we want to do it for almost 23 years. I've done almost 4,000 shows on ABC, and over that time, the people who run this network have allowed me to evolve and to stretch the boundaries of what was once traditional for a late night talk show, even when it made them uncomfortable, which I do a lot. Every night, they've defended my right to poke fun at our leaders and to advocate for subjects that I think are important by allowing me to use their platform, and I am very grateful for that.
There you go. Now he's thanking a massive capitalist enterprise and his executive bosses for allowing him to criticize the executive bosses of the state apparatus. He is pledging allegiance. Now this, for example, is zero grass touching. What I'm doing right now, I have to admit to it. It is zero grass. I'm like, I'm being an annoying Marxist. I'm borderline being a Trotskyist right now. Like doing too much. I'm doing too much, but I'll still do it. Isn't it crazy? Like he's literally like, thank you, corporate overlords, for allowing me to criticize those who sometimes think they can step on the neck of our great corporate overlords. Thank you, corporate overlords. Thank you, Abortion Now, and thank you, Jaeger. Thank you so much. Paying taxes, 1/3 worlder at a time. That's what I like to say. I owe you plus 15 as a pale disabled American. Oh, it's okay. Five is good. 5 is good. But give me the other 15. I have to be principled. But I really appreciate you still.
With that said, I was not happy when they pulled me off the air on Wednesday. I did not agree with that decision, and I told them that, and we had many conversations. I shared my point
Thank
of
you,
view. They
Abortion Now.
shared theirs. We talked it through, and at the end, even though they didn't have to, they really didn't have to. This is a giant company. We have short attention spans, and I am a tiny part of the Disney Corporation. They welcomed me back on the air, and I thank them.
Literally, like thanking one of the world's largest corporations for allowing him to say what he wants after saying that in America, everyone can say what they want. I know I'm being like, I'm doing intellectual masturbation right now. I know. But come on, is that not the susiest of suses of all fucking sus? Because the first 10 minutes of this was, this is not the America I know. Trump is trying to destroy the America I know by censoring us. And then the next 5 minutes is, I couldn't say what I want, but thanks to this large corporation conglomerate, I can say what I want. So thank you for allowing me to say. So can you really say what you want inside of a privately owned media apparatus that is not a democracy, but it is run by the dictatorship of the owners of said mega media corporation? Comrade Kimmel, I thought you would know better. But it is, again, it is quite, we live in a society type of analysis that I'm doing right now, but it is quite ironic.
For that. That unfortunately, and I think unjustly, this puts them at risk. The
Sochvengar, that is very nice to hear. Brazil #1.
The President of the United States made it very clear he wants to see me and the hundreds of people who work here fired from our jobs. Our leader celebrates Americans losing their livelihoods because he can't take a joke.
But if Disney was to fire you because they don't like what you're saying, I don't think Jimmy would be like, this is censorship. He would be like, this is just a private corporation doing what a private corporation wants to do, which it's allowed to do. We have two vastly different principles, let's call it, when it comes to our analysis of the boot of the state on our neck versus the boot of a private corporation on our neck. And it says a lot about society.
Somehow able to squeeze Colbert out of CBS. Then he turned his sights on me, and now he's openly rooting for NBC to fire Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers and the hundreds of Americans who work for their shows who don't make millions of dollars. And I hope that if that happens, or if there's even any hint of that happening, you will be 10 times as loud as you were this week. We have to speak out against this.
Thank you for the 5 months, Sochven.
He's not stopping.
Danke, danke, Deutsch, oh no. Danke, danke, Mickey Mouse, for protecting speech freedom. Danke, danke, Mickey Mouse, for protecting speech freedom. You know, danke, danke, Deutschland? You know this one? Because everybody knows the Albanian song for the Americans. But where is this? Danke Danke, Deutschland. Oh, this, yeah.
Leta 1991 so po posredovanju Nemčije priznali Valjevanjem so najbolj pohiteli Hrvati.
Meine Träume, Herz und Liebe, lass ich in mein Land. Danke Deutschland, vielen.
Croatians 3 minutes after they leave Yugoslavia. We're Germans now, right? Can we be Germans now, Pulitzer? Can we be Germans, Pulitzer? Can we has Aryan? Can we has Aryan? Can we has Nordic blood? Can we no dirty Slav? Can we has Aryan?
Wir sind jetzt nicht allein.
Leta 1991 so
But what? Can't believe the full song doesn't exist. Somebody make a meme out of this, please. So good. Wait, there's Danke Deutschland und Kosovo? Sorry.
Meine Seele brennt.
We will all go together when we go. What a comforting fact that is to know. Universal bereavement.